Warhammer 40,000.
As I've now walked you through from the Golden Age of Technology through the Age of Strife and up to the Unification Wars, where the Emperor took charge of everything in the beginnings of the Astartes program, let's talk about the only other planet that matters as much as Holy Terra.
The Red Planet, Mars.
In the current storyline, Mars is in fact the primary manufacturing center of the Imperium of Man. It is what is called a forge world. It is run by what is called the Cult Mechanicus. They are a group of people who worship machines quite literally and believe that the ultimate pinnacle of human evolution is to become machines ourselves. But it weren't always that way. Back during the Golden Age of Technology, Mars had actually been completely terraformed and looked much like Earth does today. But with the Age of Strife came internecine warfare, nuclear war, etc., all the horrible things that happened on Holy Terra. And it was turned into a massive, horrible wasteland, and at that time, a burgeoning cult, the Cult Mechanicum, started to take power. By the time of the end of the Unification Wars, the Cult Mechanicum ran all of Mars. They controlled everything. The driving force behind the Cult Mechanicus is to find a surviving, or at least all of the pieces of the STC, the Standard Template Construct. A machine that was created during the Golden Age of Technology that encompasses all of the knowledge of humanity during the Golden Age, when we were at the peak of our technological prowess. Now, as far as the Cult Mechanicum is concerned, in the current storyline, there is not a single surviving STC intact. So they hunt for scraps of it and they guard it jealously. Reason for this is because there is no longer any advancement in technology. It is only looking into the past at past triumphs. There's no innovation, there's no invention, only maintenance, and the maintenance and running of machines is surrounded with an enormous amount of religious nonsense, quite frankly. Because again, they worship machines as though they are gods. To a degree, that's sort of an oversimplification. But at the end of the Unification Wars, the Emperor knew he needed Mars on side, and he couldn't fight them because they were just as powerful as the Emperor's armies were. So instead, he traveled to Mars and got them to agree to a thing called the Treaty of Mars, where it was dual governments for one empire. So Mars is technically independent of Earth, Earth is independent of Mars, but they work together for the same goal. A little side note, as part of the Emperor's reconstruction of Earth, he pretty much banned all religion because he saw faith as dangerous because of the war. We'll get into that later. Because the Cult Mechanicum is a religious order and it's sort of a dual empire, they're allowed to keep their faith, which in their faith, to some of them, the Emperor is the Omnissiah, their god. So it all kind of worked out in the Emperor's favor. There's a secret buried on Mars that can destroy the whole thing.
The Void Dragon.